MeTV 24 Meridian proudly presents your favorite way to start the day. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
And good morning from Scotty Ray and Candace on a Tuesday morning.
It is. It's going to be a messy day today.
That is the best way to describe what is coming.
Yes.
Sitting at about 66 right now, waiting for a high of 77. But temperature will probably be the last thing that you're worried about today. It will be, where is it at? Where's the storm? As we just learned just a moment ago, is my radar updated as we've been talking about the 3s and 4s in our area. We have now been upgraded to a level 4 for all of Lauderdale County. And let's go to the map. And this is going to include Kemper County, who was not involved in this. Macon, Mississippi, y'all were not. You are now. Here's what we've got now. This is the area. And let's turn on locations so everybody can see what's going on. An hour ago, and this just got upgraded, the line was right here. It did not make it into Neshoba County or into Kemper County. All of Kemper County, including Livingston, Alabama, now a level 4 for tornadic activity today. As we follow this, everybody that's watching from Macon, Louisville, you're also included this, and all of Mississippi State University in Starkville included in this, almost to the city limits of Columbus, Mississippi. So if you were thinking, well, I ain't got nothing to worry about, and I cautioned about that line, that imaginary line, earlier this morning. Whether you're here or here, it really won't matter. It's going to be some bad weather moving into the area. But the National Weather Service upgrading this now at the last minute there to include these areas that were not a part of this. Now, let's go back down here and look at this, just where all of this begins. Lake Charles, Louisiana. Of course, they were hit hard, just a year or so ago with the hurricanes. Lafayette, Baton Rouge, over to Hattiesburg, Vicksburg, Laurel, and then straight up through the Meridian area. Every storm chaser that you can think of is on ready, set, go, waiting to drive into Mississippi at some point. A lot of them are parked in Starkville to where they can run down into the area where the tornadoes are spotted.
I'm not looking forward to this day.
No. Timeline. Let's talk about that just a second, because I get a lot of questions about that. Now, the National Weather Service putting this, let me back up here to where everybody can see this of what we've got here. The Meridian area, they're still saying at this point 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. So at any time during this, a storm can just like that break out. As you look at this, we're going to have a lot of wind. As you look, flash flooding. As we come across here and we look at Alabama, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. as well there in Alabama. Central Alabama, 6 p.m. to 2 p.m. And then that eastern edge over there, 11 p.m. overnight hours, gets into what's going to go on in Alabama. So, bad weather in store for us. We want you to be prepared for everything. You got your little weather plan?
Well, I guess I've got schools and we'll talk about that in a minute, are letting out early.
Right.
So I'll be at work. It's just a juggling thing. Like you do this, I'll do this. I'll meet you there at this time.
Right.
So.
Let's talk preparedness. And somebody brought this up yesterday as we were talking there. Never be near windows during a tornado. Make sure to get away from those in a hall, bathtub, away from everything. But somebody made a comment of, hey, it doesn't hurt to go ahead and have a mattress set up in the hall to put over the top of you. That's not a bad idea to have one. If you've got something spare you can take off a bed, just as a little preparedness if you don't have a storm shelter.
Yeah.
Now, again, you can see Patrick Allen. They sell those every day. They'll help you out with a storm shelter if you need one. As we look around the state, let's get into closings, because there is a good bit of closings that are happening today that schools are letting out early. So let's go over and let me find where I've got that hidden here. All right, our first school, East Central Community College, dismisses at noon today.
Lauderdale County Schools, they're going to dismiss at noon also, along with Russell Christian Academy, noon. Winston Academy, early dismissal. They're dismissing at 11:30 for the elementary and junior high, and 11:50 for the high school. Junior high and high school is 11:50. Quitman School District, 11:45. Enterprise, 12 noon. Newton County, 11 a.m. Meridian Community College, they're going to dismiss at 12:30. And It says check with your teachers for online classes. St. Patrick's, 12:30. Union Public School District, 11 a.m. Kemper Academy, 12:45. And the high school at 1 p.m. East Mississippi Community College, they're going to have virtual classes today. Let's see, Community Christian School closing today. They're not going to be open. Jones County, they're going to close today also. Meridian Public School District, they're going to dismiss. The elementary schools are going to dismiss at noon. Secondary schools, grades 6 through 12, they'll dismiss at 12:30. All athletics are canceled today. Kemper County schools, virtual only. The non-essential tribal government and tribal education system dismiss at 12 noon today. Newton County schools, 11 a.m. Leake County schools, they're closed today. Daddy's Hands Daycare, which is in Collinsville, 12:30 today, they're going to let out. University of Southern Mississippi, closed today. Jones College, closed for campus operations at 12:45 today. Lamar School, they're going to dismiss today. Elementary will dismiss at 12:30. Lamar Middle School, 12:45, and the high school at 1. Leake Academy is closed today, along with William Carey University is also closed today, and Sebastopol High School, they're going to dismiss at 12:30. Louisville schools dismiss at 12.
Now, that's a mouthful, isn't it?
That is.
If for some reason we don't have your list, please let us know about that. You can inbox us or email Scotty Ray at AOL.com, Scotty Ray 1969, excuse me, at AOL.com. You can see the complete list at sammedia.network if you want to go online and read this. And if for whatever reason we don't have your business or you're just now going, okay, I think I need to let everybody leave a little early today. Inbox us, let us know about this. We definitely want everyone to be as safe as they can. This is going to be a very serious storm.
Yeah, especially the daycares in Meridian. If you know somebody that could give us a dismissal time on those, because I think we pretty much got the schools covered, but it's the daycares, you know.
Daddy's Hands is the only ones that I've heard of today.
Yeah.
We'll see that. Chad Acton, how are you doing there? Good to see you again, brother. Hadn't talked to you in a while.
Good morning to Linda Culpepper. She's watching from North Alabama. Denise Burnside, good morning. LaDonna Combs, I think that is. She's watching from Virginia.
Woo! Good ways off today.
Yeah, she is.
I want to say some thank yous. I had my second eye operated on yesterday afternoon. Dr. Mason, I do appreciate all that he done. Starting to see again now. It takes a few days, I think, for it to all come back. But the right eye, I can actually tell you what time it is now.
That's good.
So in the surgery center, they couldn't have been nicer to me yesterday afternoon. And I did take 45 minutes out of my life to go scrub the ink off my head after I went live with the ink on my forehead last night. They mark where they're going to do the surgery so there's not a mistake.
Yeah.
And they use that good permanent marker. I just want to say it's not going to easily come off.
That's good.
But I was in the bathroom just getting it with a rag. Then my head hurt. I had to take a break and go back and do it again.
Lord.
So that's what went on with me yesterday. But feeling good. Starting to see. And I am still not good at this eye drop thing. I squirm and kick whenever somebody drops an eye drop in my eye. Can't handle it.
I have to just hold my eye open and look up and drop it in the corner. And
even Visine gets me. That's called, it ain't. I just can't handle it. Good morning to Rose Hill.
Diane Martin says she's at the surgery center. Glad you enjoyed your visit.
Yeah, thank you so much. Y'all were sweet to me. If y'all could just bring in some cheeseburgers there, they all touchy about, I guess, not eating before surgery.
Yeah.
I guess there's reasons for that. But
so you didn't have to wear the big Hollywood glasses yesterday? Yes. You did.
Because it was sunshiny yesterday when I left, and they wouldn't stay on my face.
Yeah.
I kept telling Madison as she was driving me, find me a cheeseburger. Give me a cheeseburger.
I wish she'd have rode you all around town. Took you just away.
I finally gave up on the glasses fitting properly, and I just held it to my head.
Yeah.
I don't know where my sunglasses are.
Goodness.
So let's talk about this weather. How bad do you think it's going to be? As we look at some of these pictures, look at this. And let me pull this up from Facebook. This is storms that have passed through. Just tragedy. This is Texas. And this is what is headed in our direction. It picks up these cars and throws them like they're absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to go, well, that never happens here. It's not. That's when you get hurt. And we definitely don't want that happening to you. Look at this. This is a aerial view here. You see that floating there? Mm-hmm. That's Weather Nation as they're showing tornado activity all across Texas that hit yesterday. We don't want you to be a victim of this.
Right.
And how do you do that? Prepare. Those helmets and all of this stuff that we've talked about, wearing hard sole shoes, look at the view of that.
That's awful.
They have nothing left of their home.
Mm-hmm.
It can happen in a blink of an eye. I forget what the odds are of a tornado actually hitting you, but it seems like sometimes we're all lottery winners when this comes through this area. It's very high that your home will never be hit, what they say in life, but we live in Tornado Alley.
It will be in a level 4, too.
Yes.
They're likely to happen, but nothing's ever 100%. We hope to goodness that it doesn't happen. But
absolutely.
It's awful.
We want to watch this weather. Let's look at radar, where the storms are now. Let me turn off the severe where this is, where it predicts, and just show you where the storms are right now. And again, it's this afternoon for our area. 2 to 10 is when we're expecting it. But out here to our west, you see all this building? Beaumont, Texas, from Houston, these areas, it's starting to pick up. I see a tornado warning already right here. Let's go north of Beaumont. Right there. Tornado warning has been issued until 8:15, about 4 minutes left on that. But as you look at these things, right there, that says that visibility 4 miles with the storm. We had some sheer winds right there. 58-mile-an-hour sheer winds. That's a 3 out of a 10, and that's low on the scale of that turning into a tornado. But these things are what we're going to be seeing in our area later today. Whenever you see a red box start blinking on the screen, that means tornado warning. We'll tell you what county it is and then tell you what's close to it so that you'll know. And I mentioned several times, know where you are, what county. And when you hear counties that are adjacent to you, maybe you've never looked at a map and go, well, Newton County is near me, or Atala County is near me. Know where they are in relation to where you are to know if that storm is coming near you.
Right.
That's what it's all about, safety, safety.
Yes.
I'm surprised Candace didn't wear her helmet on in this morning.
I got it on standby.
Standby. You didn't want helmet hair, did you?
No. I look like I have helmet hair all the time, but...
No, I'm not. I have the helmet hair.
I'm talking about my hair looks like a helmet.
Oh, now.
Look.
One day she's going to have, because y'all, I can't tell you, as I stress to her, do not cut your hair. I'm going to do it. I think
I'm not cutting my hair again. I might look like Crystal Gale when I'm 90, but I ain't if I make it that
You
far.
can always take a little off, but you can never add none back. And as a hairdresser, I would have thought, have you ever had remorse of someone that you cut, they told you to cut it all off and then...
I mean, yeah, you've had that before. Of course, and then I had one lady that I had cut her hair, and I could tell, like, because she went from long to shorter, and I could tell, like, I thought she ain't ever coming back. But then she texted me or called me or something and said she loved it. She just had to get used to it, but she loved it.
Some people do like that.
Yeah. So, you never know.
Pick which way you like.
But I'm not cutting mine again. I mean, I might trim it.
But, for the most part, tell me if I'm wrong, people go through a life, especially men, they never change their hairstyle. Whatever it is at 20 is, if they still have hair at 40, that's the way it's going to be till they die. Yeah. Ladies change a little bit because we did see the big beehive go away.
Yeah, styles change and, new fads come through and stuff. But anyway, I guess I just got bored with the long hair, and I kind of felt like I didn't have any kind of style, and I thought, I'm cutting it in a bob. Yeah. But then I forgot, I don't have a ponytail. I go camping. I don't want to have to get up and fix my hair to go walk.
Oh, so short hair, you have to fix it. You can't just...
I had to get up every morning and flat iron and all that mess. I just, I mean, I couldn't even put a hat on my head and look decent.
Bless your heart.
Like horrible. But anyway.
That's what we've got. Now, having a bad hair day, talk to Candace. She'll take care of you.
I will. Just give me a call.
As we get today going now, we don't have any warnings issued at this time. The only watches that we have for our immediate area are a wind advisory and a flood watch. We're going to get a lot of rain, folks. If you're just tuning in, expect anywhere from 2 to 5 inches by daylight tomorrow. which means flash flooding. If you've got trees that overhang your house, y'all be careful there. Talk to our friend Mike Reed. We'll play his spot here in just a moment. If you need a tree cut from your home, let them do that. Several things. We're going to be without power most likely with all of this wind. So be prepared. Run your little water. Make sure you got a little gas. Top off your cars. Make sure that you've got gas for chainsaws and things of that nature because you may need it a little bit later on.
Your phone's charged up.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
if you mentioned that. But
Did not.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So take care of that. More coming up with Scotty Ray and Candace as we begin this day. The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built-in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group. If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike and Jake have years of experience of dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel.
I've lived in Mississippi my entire life. My earliest memories are right here in Jackson. This used to be my dad's clothing store. I worked here growing up. And this is my first office right out of law school. I know this area, these roads, these people. The people of Mississippi are my people. So when someone from here comes to me for help, I take that personally. Always have and always will. One call, that's all.
And welcome back with Scotty Ray and Candace on a, gorgeous before it turns bad day. Mm-hmm. Is that a good way to put it?
Yes.
So we've got a lot of rain and thunderstorms expected over the next few hours through about 10 p.m. tonight.
Yes. If you send your child to Potter's Wheel at Russell, they're also getting out at 12 today. Oh. And that'll be posted too.
Yeah, we'll get that up. Again, now, several ways inboxing us. You can also send it to the TV station. They'll get it to us. Or Scotty Ray, 1969 at AOL.com.
Yes.
As it shows your age when you put that right up there in your email address. It's the only way I could remember it. You'd be shocked how many Scotty Rays nationwide there were. So I had to do something unique.
Yes.
Thought I was one and only, but no. Sad news last night is right before 10 o'clock, we found out that someone had been killed in the Meridian area. Let's go back to our webpage here to sammedia.network. If you haven't visited there, visit and see what goes on. A pedestrian was killed last night. If you'll look at this picture, this was right at the split of I-59, where you go to Jackson or on in Meridian there. A person walked out in front of a car there around exit 149, mile marker 149, and was killed. We don't know yet the circumstances that went on as to why they were crossing. Was their car broke down? Were they a hitchhiker? I do not know that yet.
Right.
Investigation is going on, and that will be released. Mississippi Highway Patrol investigating that.
Goodness.
Horror is the only way to word that. But how many times lately have you and I talked about this?
It's been a bunch. A lot, yes. At least 3-4 times, maybe.
And now they're talking about putting a fence up along I-20 through the city limits of Meridian to stop that. That wouldn't have stopped it there because it wouldn't be in the city limits. But I don't know what it takes. You cannot run a car. It's very hard, even at night makes it worse of judging how fast a car is going.
Well, I mean, people will climb a fence. I mean,
They will.
if it's not very tall, you know. I mean,
They even cut a hole through Trump's wall. Saw that last week.
Yeah.
I didn't even think they could do that, but they did. But one of the things that's going on in Meridian, we also had a home fire yesterday in the Causeyville area. As we pull this up, someone lost her home, burned all the way to ground. You can find this also at sammedia.network and take a look at the pictures of the home that was lost. Sad when this happens. Firefighters done their absolute best to save the home, and it was just absolutely no way to do that. And let's just show a little bit of the smoke as this started pouring out from the fire there. This was live on the scene.
Goodness.
And again, that ended up being a total loss for them. So if you live in the Causeyville area and want to help a neighbor out, they sure could use some help. I think they made it out with their puppy dog, and the clothes on their back was just about it.
Thank goodness they got out, though.
Yeah. So keep them in your thoughts, your prayers. I don't think there's any way, if you've never been through something like that, to even imagine. Even if you have insurance, that's not going to replace what you lose. And so many people can tell you, thank the good Lord above, I've never been through it. But
right.
Those that have know what I mean.
I've known people that's lost everything in fires and tornadoes too. I mean, storms. You can lose your home. It'd be a devastating thing.
Right.
To have to start over. I mean, you're thankful on one hand that you've still got your life,
Right.
And everybody's safe, but goodness.
We also had a structure fire out in the Center Hill area yesterday. It was started out as a little small burn. It caught a camper on fire, burned it to the ground, and they got out. At one point, they were working 4 fires at one time. That was busy. Firefighters were all over the county trying to put these out.
Right.
Today's going to be windy. Don't strike a match. Let me just say that.
I know up at, in my place, the time that it was a brush fire, I mean, you never know when the wind's going to pick up.
That's right.
So you need to really be prepared. I guess people think if it's real settled down, I'm going to go burn that little pile,
Yeah, you can't
And then
help
all of a sudden when the wind picks up, you're scrounging around. So, I mean, if you ever do that, I would imagine, I'm not a firefighter, I'm not a fire expert, but have a water hose for sure handy. I know a lot of people will do like a trench thing around it with a tractor just to make sure that, there's no area right around it that could spread. But anyway.
There you go.
Just be extra
Denise
careful.
pointed out, I'd forgotten all about that being on Highway 39 there by Dairy Queen. Remember the walk above the highway?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then we woke up one day and that was gone.
She said the pedestrians didn't use it, so they took it down.
Yeah, it come up missing one morning. So as we see this, don't forget going on today, downtown Meridian right now, and this is going on through 1:30, the Kentucky Ham Mill. As we go back to the website to see what's going on in Meridian, there it is. Kicks off we're at First Christian.
Yeah, First Christian Church. So
do you have any idea how many years it's been?
I don't. A long time, though. They've been doing that for a very long time.
But if you'd like some ham, and look at that, the plates look good. Look like a little grits and eggs. All that going on today until 1:30, and then they'll pause, and if the weather permits, they'll go back and do it again from 5 to 7, and then again tomorrow morning
And
also.
you can eat there, or you can pick up plates, I think, and take with you, if I'm not mistaken. So
there you go. So a few of the things that are happening in our community this morning as we look around. Now, this next story, I bring this up because it's kind of close to us, New Orleans. I cringe at even telling you about this story.
Just the headline of it makes me like...
It gives me the willies. It makes my skin crawl. A lady's car was carjacked. Somehow or another, her arm when they took her car, got hung in the seatbelt. And they drove off with her. And needless to say, she was killed, but it took her arm off. I just, oh my gosh, it just scares me.
Goodness.
JTV reported that in Jackson of what went on there. That is awful.
And where did that happen?
New Orleans is where that went on, and JTV out of Jackson reported that happening. Bull. But I saw that as I was getting ready here this morning. That scrolled across, and I thought, "My heavens, you just don't think of something like that happening." So I thought I would share that with you. So that happened there.
Denise Burnside, 59 years.
Whoa!
The Kentucky Ham Breakfast has been going on.
Yeah. If you're into air shows, this weekend, Columbus Air Force Base, they're going to have an air show if you like things like that. The weather's going to be perfect. Sunshiny, not too hot, perfect for an air show. So Columbus Air Force Base, be there if you want to be for all that.
If you do go to one, I have been to one. If you have a child who doesn't like loud noises, make sure you take like those noise-canceling earphone things, headphone set thing, or earplugs, because it is loud. So
very loud.
But they are neat to watch.
I didn't think about that.
I watched the Blue Angels. when they came to the Navy base.
Yeah. It was Wings Over Meridian.
Right.
And this is Wings Over Columbus is what they're calling
Super
that.
neat. I mean, it really is a neat thing to watch. When they do those tricks in the sky
Right.
with those other planes, it'll look like one's falling.
Yeah.
That makes me nervous. I'm like, are they really? Are they really wrong?
Yeah.
But anyway, it is neat to watch.
So if you're into that, that's what's going to be going on this weekend here. 59 years, that's big major there. Again, throughout today, check back for updates because I'll be here throughout the day giving you minute-by-minute updates as to what's going on with the weather as it nears, so we don't want anybody left without knowing what's going on. Walmart in Texas, people were outside and they sprinted, running inside, trying to look at the scene of this. This was going on in the parking lot in Texas yesterday. Look at that.
Trying to get inside. Oh, my goodness. There's people in their cars.
Yeah. Tornado strike, very deadly. And if you'll look at this, look at the debris. This is the camera from in front of the Walmart there. Look at that. All of that is something that is picked up and thrown.
Goodness.
Never take these for granted is what we're trying to say here. Serious stuff there. Do you remember the old girl that was going to sue Donald Trump?
Stormy Daniels.
Stormy. She might have had, what's the word I'm looking for? Her past. How do you describe a lady that might have been in the business?
Maybe a little...
I'm trying to be politically
like,
correct. A lady of the evening. Maybe that's a way of putting it.
Yeah.
She's been ordered now after she sued Donald Trump and was proven that she made it all up. She's got to pay $300,000 now to Donald for all of his attorney fees. And I think she should. They were coming out of the woodwork. Anybody that they could make say anything they could to accuse him of it.
Yeah.
Her attorney's now in prison. That whole thing. There's been more made up on that man than we'll ever know. But she's got to come up with the money. I guess she has that money from the book deal that she got. $300K. And I bet he wants to stand there and watch it. I could see Donald doing that going, no, count it out to me. $1 at the time. She lost her appeal, so back she goes for that. Ukraine, not getting any better over there, folks.
It's getting worse. Yeah.
It is, by the day. So we watch this cyber, and what they're saying is American businesses be ready for cyber attacks. Now, we've talked about this before, which y'all remember the people that hacked the pipeline and gas shot up. What was that, a year or so ago?
Yeah.
Expect more things like that. They're going to go after credit card companies. They're going to go after banks, anything to that nature that's coming. And that you rest assured the bank that you work with is probably on high alert right now, watching carefully for this stuff not to happen.
Well, it says that Biden confirms that Putin has used a hypersonic missile, which is chemical warfare stuff. And it says that it's a hypersonic missile. I guess it's not. I don't know if that's chemical, but that it's maybe it is
deadly. It's deadly. Is what it is.
It's awful, and that they're considering using biological weapons and
he's
chemical
up to
weapons.
that.
It's scary. I think he is at his wit's end with everything as far as like he's grasping at straws, and he's unstable, and is what they say, at least, and that he could do anything right now.
Yeah, because
I don't think he expected the Ukraine to be such a.
Oh, they probably thought he'd be a pushover, but boy, those people.
They are. I will say that they have fought back and they're not letting down.
And like you see so many cities in America that gets taken over by crime. Maybe ours is one of those to where you never hear from the mayor. You never hear from officials on the board, the city council. Something bad happens and, well, it goes quiet. They just kind of disappear.
Yeah.
This guy gets in the street, and no matter how bad it is, he tells his people he's there with them. I'm behind you. I stand with you. And that is what a leader does. We highly suggest that for our area and other parts of the United States. Stand strong with your people. They have to know things.
Yeah. Les says hypersonic is really fast rockets. That's right. I'm misspoken a while ago, but anyway, yeah, super fast. I think it's faster than,
Sonic is like
yeah.
moving.
Yeah.
Wanda Williams.
Super fast.
Wanda Williams wanted us to say hello to her because we hadn't said good morning to her yet. How are you, girl?
Good morning.
Thank you for watching. We do appreciate that. Robin Miller is up there.
Yes.
So let's see here. Who else is joining us? John Talbert is with us. Michelle Connor, we appreciate that. Kim Carmichael is with us. Helen Blanks, how are you doing?
So she's moved here from Texas 4 months ago. So
She's never been in a mobile home before. Let's talk about that you brought that up. Prepared to get out if I have to, just 45 minutes from my home. If you are, seriously, y'all, if y'all remember back, was this 2011, we had 11 lives in our neighborhood lost in one double-wide trailer, where people came over and they all gathered in one home. That tornado struck, and every one of them lost their lives. We don't want that happening. Do not stay in a mobile home. Now, and let me be clear about this. There is absolutely nothing wrong with living in a mobile home. They are extremely nice. They're great. They're just dangerous. The same goes for a stick-built house that is above the ground. Y'all know the kind that's not on a slab? Wind gets underneath it, and it picks them up and destroys them. At the end of the day, that's why we don't want you to stay where you could get hurt. Underground is the best way to go if you can.
yeah.
So just some small thoughts there as we move into these areas of unknown what's going to be happening today. We want you to be safe. We don't want anything to happen to you. And if it's reached that time and you need a storm shelter, Patrick Allen, as we look at, wants to help you out there. They've got shelters. You can call them at 693-9647. Take a look at what they have there. If you've already got a house, they can put this on the carport. They can stick this out back of your home, pour you a slab, and you can build a little roofway to it where you wouldn't get wet. Whichever way that you want to do this, see them. Very roomy on inside. You can put what you want. Weather radios included. See that today. Drop in and visit with them. Patrick Allen and his staff there. They'll get you fixed up. 693-9647. Located just right outside of Meridian. They'll tell you more about it. We'll be back soon. Y'all don't rush off. We'll keep you up to date with what's going on. The back porch of Meridian, located on Highway 19 North, invites you by to take a look at their custom-made woodworking. From wooden tables, chairs, swings, and day beds. Take a step inside and visit the local meat section, where you'll find ground beef, pork chops, and even local milk from Beeson Farms. And if you need a utility trailer, they offer single, tandem, car haulers, enclosed trailers. You name it, they have it. Ask about financing. It's all at the back porch of Meridian, 5570 Highway 19 North. As the days get warmer, the grass starts growing. Drop in and visit with Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 in Sicalina, where they've got a complete line of the #1 lawnmower in America, Skag. Whether you're a homeowner or a lawn care service, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower just for you. Plus, they carry X-Mark tractors and any part that you may need for your existing tractor or lawnmower. Drop in and see Cole or Buttermilk today. Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, 601-626-8759.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
See Rosemary, she'll take care of you there. A big thank you to all the sponsors that make this show happen. Folks, I can't tell you how blessed we are to have so many people that join us each day and help promote our show.
Yes.
Helps us buy lights, cameras, and microphones and all kinds of stuff to tell you about bad weather and things that happen in our community. So thank y'all. Already 8:30, Candace.
I know, it's flying by.
We better check in and see what happened in and about this day in history. This guy, I'll give him credit for maybe being a good actor. I'm going to give him an F for having a bad attitude. Every time I look at him, I just think of how bad every time I've seen him in a cameo experience where he's being filmed as to how rude he is. Yeah, let's talk William Shatner. Beam me up, Scotty. Mr. Bad Attitude was born on this day back in 1931. Wasn't he like the oldest dude ever to fly almost into space?
I don't know.
With Jeff Bezos. Wasn't that who he went up with a few months back?
Yeah, he did go up.
Yeah.
He did. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so he flew up. But, who remembers watching The Nanny?
I do.
Anybody remember that? Well, the mother, and Lord help me, I can't remember what her name was on the show, but her mama is celebrating a birthday today. Her real name is Renee Taylor. She was born in 1933.
She played a good part in that. That was a cute show.
It was.
It was funny.
But I'm telling you, the old girl that played the nanny, she couldn't have played it any better.
Oh, I know. That accent.
Oh, that aggravating sound.
That
makes every man run for the
laugh.
hills. Yeah, her laugh, her tone. Mr. Sheffield. We all know how she sounded. One of my heroes was inducted into the Army on this date back in 1941. And I bring this up. Why would somebody even bring up somebody from 1940 that went into the Army? Well, because he stood for something. He was an American that was proud of who he was, and one of very few that ever entered. Most that are in movies and things will join the military, and then they go out and they smile and shake hands. Not this guy. He signed up. And also on this same date, 1944, he went on his 12th combat mission. And we're not talking, you ride by. This is where they drop bombs a whole 9 yards. Jimmy Stewart, in 41, was inducted into the Army, and he went on to become a colonel before it was all said and done. A man among men. I can't speak highly enough of this man that led the way to what every American should be. He believed in the American dream, and he shared with everyone. A great guy. William Shatner is not even, shouldn't be allowed on the same sentence as him. Were you a big Glenn Close fan?
I mean, she's a good actress. You know, the Fatal Attraction.
Yeah.
Remember when she boiled the rabbit?
Yeah, kind of scared me.
But
Made me never
she's
want a
played
rabbit.
a lot of different roles, like Cruella de Vil on the 101 Dalmatians. And, I mean, anything she plays it really good.
Well, she was born in 47. Fran Dresser was Fran's name on the show, and then her mama's name, as Ellie tells us, was Sylvia.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Hire a housekeeper, and you get the mama also. Bless his heart. Didn't they in the end?
With the same accent. Mm-hmm.
Didn't they end up getting married, Fran and him? Didn't they marry at the end of that show when it come to a conclusion?
I think they did. They were always kind of, they did, I think.
And then
I'm
what
pretty
was
sure.
the butler's name? Didn't they hook up him and that other woman that was after? It's been a many a year.
Yeah, it's been so
did.
long. I have to go back and watch it. But I used to watch it all the time.
Yeah,
all the time.
It was big in the day. Not many people see this guy anymore. Hadn't watched him in a few years. That's what the ratings are telling us. But Wolf Blitzer was born on this date. They tell me he still tries to do presidential elections in news somewhere. Rest of America is not seeing it.
Yeah.
They quit. Oh, look, the guy that was in Jackson, Mississippi just a few weeks ago, Niles, the butler.
Okay, yeah.
Niles. And what was that old girl's name? Cece.
Okay.
Ellie, thank you for saying that. She is up to date on her show. I really liked that show. It was good. But anyway, back to what I was saying. The guy that was in Jackson, Mississippi just a few weeks ago, Bruce Willis, celebrates a birthday today. Born back in 1955.
Goodness. He's a good actor, too.
Yeah.
So.
All right, let's see here. I'm out of order here, but we go back to 57. This released on this day. Oh, sugar.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. You got to start singing, because I can't. Just feel free to break in anytime.
I can sing when nobody's looking at me. Well,
close your eyes, and you won't know that they're looking. Because I can't sing. 1968, this old girl went into the recording studio, and it would be her biggest song. It would even bother Hillary Clinton later. But it was by far her biggest hit, and we would know it as our DIVORCE. Was recorded today. And you almost felt it. Her and George going through all of that, it just was really timely. And then she followed it up with Help Me Till I Can Make It On My Own. Whew, what a song. 1976, what was the number one album? It was the big one. It was called The Outlaws. Waylon, Willie, Jesse Coulter, and Tom Paul Glaser had the number one album. Went against the rules, and I want to say that thing sold out of the box like 1 million. It went on to sell many, many more. That had never been done in country music before. This little hot number has a birthday today. You'll remember her from Sweet Home Alabama. Anybody remember watching that?
Oh, yeah. It's a good movie.
Reese Witherspoon has a birthday today.
Kind of chick flick comedy type thing.
I really like that one. I could follow the story on that one.
Yeah, it was cute. I mean, she's a good actress, too. She's from the South.
Murphy Brown, and whatever her real name is, played.
Candace Bergen.
Oh, yeah.
Can you not remember Candace?
No, I can't, because I get her, when I say that name, I try to think of the girl that was the other Candace girl that was in Full House.
Right, Cameron.
So Murphy Brown is her name forever. Nobody ever called her anything else. But she was a tough old broad.
Oh, she was. Yeah, and she got a little pop, too, when she told her mama to go back to her double wide and fry something. She knocked her down, I mean.
Forgot about that scene.
Yeah.
Did it sound like to you she had a 4-pack habit, or was it just me?
Like a what?
A 4-pack habit.
Oh.
That deep voice.
Oh, yeah.
I think she did. Mm-hmm. You usually pick those out.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Back in 78, a couple years later, Waylon would have another huge hit. Him and Willie together. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys or anything like that.
And if you're from the South and don't know that song,
Something wrong.
there is something wrong. Yeah.
Candace is saved, because if she'd have said she didn't know that, Okay, since Miss Trivia knows so much.
Oh, really? No, I'm not Miss Trivia. I'm Miss Trivia, don't know nothing.
Who wrote the song and who recorded it first?
I don't know that.
Oh, yes, you do. It was
I do not.
my first taste of Texas. Had blue eyes and golden hair. He'd never make it in country music now. Why? Because he wasn't Mr. Hot-looking dude. But Ed Bruce wrote that song, and boy, he done a great version of it also. He done a lot of great songs.
Yeah, I would have never known that.
99, Lone Star released Amazed.
That is a good song. And when I saw them in concert, like I mentioned, I kept waiting on them to sing that song. It was the very last song they sung.
They want to add no more.
Yeah.
2001, Hannah would pass away. You've always heard the name Hanna-Barbera Productions. Yeah. That'd be him, the guy that invented Yogi Bear. Passed away on this date back in 01. Boy, some time has flown since then, hasn't it?
He passed at the age of 90.
How's everybody doing? Jamie Nelson, glad you're watching us. Glad that you've joined us here this morning as we go through a Tuesday morning. It looks to be a wet one. Let's take a quick look back at radar and see where the rain is right now as we move along on this morning here. Still out to our west. Let me pull this up where we can see here. Out to our west here, making its way toward the Mississippi line. Again, that bad weather down here in Beaumont, which will come across here in the next little bit later this afternoon. So just planning ahead, making sure you know where it is and what's going on with our weather. Let's talk about the farm supply. They have so much that happens at the Lauderdale County Farm Supply. They've been doing this since 1932. The doors are open today as the sunshine will come back out tomorrow. There's going to be a lot of things that you need there, where it's pot and soil, getting your plants ready, or your garden. They got all the seeds for your garden that'll help you going, from T-shirts all along here. You need overalls, they got those in the back there for you, and a new ball cap. Plenty of jeans and clothes, work clothes that help you get by with your job there. And these Twisted X shoes that are comfortable. I hear a lot of compliments on these. Maybe you need a pair of boots to do the job. They got those along with mud boots, which you will need today. Get you a great bargain on those. Along with every type of implement that you might need, including these little things right here. That's called a backhoe is what that is.
That is.
It's a manual backhoe. But check it out. Also, anything for your pet, candles, and a whole lot more, including skillets and taking care of your sweet feed, horse and cattle feed, along with guns and ammo. Where do you find it? The Lauderdale County Farm Supply. They're located at Exit 151. Drop in and visit with them today.
I'm Michael Swansea. I'm an Alpha insurance agent. 9 out of 10 people don't understand what insurance actually is. I want to fix that. I want to take the opportunity to sit down with you and your family and really go over your insurance and make sure that y'all are protected. I don't want y'all going to bed at night wondering during the next emergency, during the next claim, am I going to be covered? Give me a chance to sit down with you and your family and fix that and make a difference.
The Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville has these great savings this week. Idaho potatoes, a 5-pound bag, $2.99. California oranges, a 4-pound bag, $5.99. Heinz tomato ketchup, a 20-ounce bottle, 2 for $4. Dixie Crystal Sugar, a 4-pound bag, $2.89. Twin Pack Boston Butt, $1.69 a pound. And select New York strips, $8.99 a pound.
And we're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
When an accident occurs with a commercial vehicle, it's not just another accident. These accidents become a responsibility of not only the company driver, but also their employer.
If you've been injured in an accident, remember, one call, that's all.
And good morning, Scotty Ray and Candace. I hope
morning.
everybody's well.
Yes, and preparing for the bad weather.
Yeah, it's right around the area there.
Yes. Somebody asked, would there be power outages possible? Yes, there possibly could be. A lot of times when we do have bad storms like this, we do have some power outages. So just be prepared with flashlights, batteries. Go ahead and charge your cell phone up. And if you have one of those take-along chargers that doesn't need to be plugged in, go ahead and get it charged up.
Right, and that's going to happen, and it may not be from tornado. People go, well, it's going to be tornado.
Right.
Not necessarily. It could be anything.
Right, because if you lose power, a lot of times you can still on your phone, you can watch the weather with Scotty Ray. Just pull it up on Facebook, YouTube.
Let's look at these power outages nationwide of what we've got so far that's been going on. Let me go back over here and turn this up where everybody can see here. As we go to the nationwide map, we go to Texas. Almost 61,000 people without power now in Texas. In Louisiana, it's only 2,000. In the state of Mississippi, there's 400. As we look a little bit closer to here, EMEPA, not a single person without power right now, which is good news.
Yes.
They work hard to keep you going there. But we'll be here all day with the maps and let you know where the power outage is. And you can always track where a storm is by where the power's out as it's making its way across the state. It's just like a little heads up there. Yes. This is coming your way there. As I look at this headline of what's happening, this happened in Pennsylvania. Two cops were trying to do a good deed. They pulled a lady over, and they got a report as they pulled her over. You know how you see in the movies how something happens right when they pull somebody over? They got a report of somebody in the middle of the road. So they pulled this lady over, and they told her to go on. They go down the road to help the person that's in the middle of the road. She comes along, she's drunk, and runs over both of them and kills them.
Oh, my Lord.
What are the odds of that happening? So we lost 2 troopers there in Pennsylvania.
Goodness.
That's just it doesn't get any worse than that. I don't know what the answer to that was. Horrible. The Comeback Girl. You a big Sarah Palin fan?
I like Sarah Palin. I think
she was a pretty woman.
I think she's pretty down to earth. She's tough. She stands for what she believes,
Looks like she may run for the senator seat. The guy that just passed away, the oldest senator, 88, looks like she may run for his seat in Alaska. So be prepared for that if you're an Alaskan. Is that how you say that? Because I never get to say it. I don't really know anybody from. Charlie is the only person I know. Alaskanian?
I don't know. I don't know how you say that.
Like a Mississippian? Do you say Alaska? I'm going to hush because I don't know what I'm talking about.
If you're from Alaska.
Yeah. But be prepared for that.
A resident of Alaska.
Might be running there.
Yeah.
I know we have a few people that watch us on our podcast from there. Never make your girlfriend mad, especially if she has dirt on you. And you might be a sheriff's deputy. As we go to Florida, he dumped her. She knew everything that he had done of the people of the evening that he had been calling while he was on duty. She called his bosses. He no longer has a job. A woman scorn is bad. If you've got secrets and you may get rid of her, never tell her your secrets. And I guess that would go for same with a man, too.
Yeah.
When the breakup happens, they come after you.
Goodness gracious, yeah.
Whoa. Alaskan is what Denise says they're called.
Okay.
Christy Belk says her power goes off. She's memorized her account number.
Look, and speaking about power and bad storms, lightning, okay?
Ooh.
If you can unplug stuff that you don't need, that's like, I'm not really recommending unplugging your refrigerator because you don't want anything going bad, but if the lightning is really bad, unplug some major stuff that you don't want to be shot. Yeah, because with our case, a lot of all of our major stuff got just sizzled when our house got hit with lightning that time.
And I've
been up there 20-something years, and it's never happened, but it happened.
And how many months have y'all been into this of trying to put it back together?
Well, we've got all of our appliances back in order, but it was an ordeal, though. I mean, because a lot of times, you have to wait on appliances.
Right.
You can't just go get a refrigerator like you used to go. No, we did. We didn't have to wait as long on our refrigerator, but we thought we were going to have to wait till March. And this happened. It was going to be 2 months without because we could only fit a certain size in the spot in our house.
Got to fit that hole.
Yeah. So we were going to have to order it. But if you can unplug something, unplug it. If it's really bad storms, if there's lightning and stuff, you know, just a little hint.
Yeah. I'm going to let you pronounce this. Milton, is it how did he say that?
Eskiminos.
Like a Eskimo. That's pretty good. I can't pronounce it right.
Eskiminos.
So, Alaska, the land of the cold and the land of the midnight sun, I think is what they officially call it. Beautiful country there.
I've always wanted to go there, like on an Alaskan cruise. That's the kind of cruise I would want to go on.
Send me some pictures after you make it.
Yeah, if I ever make it. It's on the bucket list. Yeah.
Bucket list. As we all saw yesterday morning, all 132 people on board that flight now confirmed dead that was in China.
Have they said what may have happened?
That I do not know. I do know that I read to where when the G's hit, it was running at so many G's that everybody on the plane was passed out, and the pilots came to 20 seconds before it crashed and tried to pull up, and it was too late. That and if you've seen the pictures of that, that's a mess. 132 souls were lost with that.
Goodness.
Let's see here. Georgia and Maryland beat Mississippi. There's been talks about it, but they have suspended their gas tax until prices go down. But they are the first to do that. Hopefully it will help.
Yeah.
It's usually 10 to 18 cents per state that they get on every gallon of gas that is sold. At $4 a gallon, that's not a lot. Oh, how about we just drill our own and have it cheaper? It just come to me out of nowhere.
Yeah. That'd be the smart thing to do, but you know.
I had a situation in Brazil, and I don't normally talk about what happens in other countries, but I did watch the video. This guy's married to a lady. They've been married a long time. She is I guess the way she is outgoing with the church. She does a lot of community work with her church. Her husband just happened to be tootling along where she was supposed to be helping someone in the church, and she was having an affair with a homeless guy in the front seat of the car. Needless to say, husband lost his temper, pulled homeless guy out, and whooped him beyond belief.
Yeah.
She was helping someone. In reality, she wasn't lying on that part.
Community work.
She was just using the church as an excuse. Shame, shame.
Goodness.
I bet he didn't expect that. Poor old homeless guy there. He was just minding his own business there.
Yeah.
I'll leave that story alone there as we roll on to our next thing that is going on across America. Let's see here. Russia. There have been Americans killed in Ukraine. The latest was an American lecturer who was there who had a girlfriend, someone that he was going to marry her, and she was sick. He was staying with her. He went to a bread line to get food for him and was shot dead by a sniper from Russia.
Oh, gosh.
An American lost his life.
I know there's been a couple of Fox News associates, people, you know, that work for Fox News that were killed. And then there was a guy that was injured, a reporter.
Sure was.
And I think he's in Germany being treated now, but they got him out. But awful. Horrible.
Yeah, you know, we all pick on going to the dentist, as we had last week, as that came to Meridian Free Dentistry work. Going to a dentist is very expensive. We all know that. What happens when you think your dentist is ripping you off? You know, something don't sound right. I've never had trouble with my teeth before.
Yeah.
And it turns out that was the truth. Wisconsin is where we go. He's going to be spending a lot of time in jail. He had millions upon millions of dollars. 70% of everybody that come to him had to have a cap. What he was doing was drilling holes in their teeth so that the teeth would crack and he could put caps on them. He was busted. He's going to jail.
That is awful. And you don't know. I mean, you don't know what's going on. I have, like, anxiety anyway when I go to the dentist. But, I mean, I'm not going to tear some stuff up in there or anything. Not that kind of anxiety. I just dread it.
Yeah.
You know, I sit there with my hands just, like, cupped. It just makes me nervous.
Randy Regan used to wear his cowboy boots so he could kick the dentist in case it hurt him.
Anyway. Yeah, I don't do any of that. I'm like a kid. I'm like, what are you doing? What's that? Like, is that going to hurt? I'm like,
but that's beyond bad.
They probably just need to gas me and be done with it.
Yeah, I'd like to gas. Just knock.
Oh, goodness.
Things like that do go on. There's dishonest people in every line of work. Just to let you know about that. Wisconsin there. Who can you trust if you can't trust a man with that zzz in your mouth?
The drill. the shots. I just hate it.
So
The shots where you can feel it, like in here.
Going in, that does bite, doesn't it? There's no other way to word that. That pain when it's going in, especially if it's in this upper portion of your mouth.
I think the last time I left the dentist office, I looked like I'd had a stroke because, like, the whole side of my face was just like
slobbering and stuff.
I probably was. I'm sure.
There's nothing worse than having to pick up the phone after you've been numbed and you
I've seen people try to drink. Even through a straw, you can't just like dribbling in.
It just all over you. It just can't be helped. Oh, well, we've all been there. There's not a single person.
So if you have a dental appointment today, we have enlightened your day.
Yeah, we just made your day. As we talk about Godwin Cleaning Services, you'll find them, that's right, Central Alabama or here in Mississippi, here in Meridian area. They do a lot. As we go down North Hill Street, you'll notice this Subway. They're clean. They've redone the store, and they've made it look spick and span. No matter what kind of business, metal, this is what they do of making things look great again. Picture perfect. From your sidewalks, whether it's brick or it's concrete, they can take that dingy, dirty look out of that. As we come across here, we've got a great way to make your porch look better. And this is pretty common in homes. This can happen over a period of about 2 years.
Yeah, it's like this mossy stuff just kind of covers everything. But, yeah, they can make it look brand new.
They'll get you on a system where they come back quarterly, annually, if you want to do it twice a year. Whatever the case is, they'll fix it for you. Soft washing, low pressure, whether it's a business or a home, they take care of that. Save you money in the long run where you don't have to repaint, make your roof look good again in front of for your buildings, and getting rid of that old dingy, rusty color off of your brick. And that's a perfect example of that. Godwin Cleaning Services, no one does it better. See them and find out why so many people use them. 253-8262 is the number to call. Talk to them today. Find out why so many people use them. They'll help you there without a doubt. Rock House Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Lots of different calibers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rock House will have the gun that you need. With a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rock House Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian.
When an accident occurs with a commercial vehicle, it's not just another accident. These accidents become a responsibility of not only the company driver, but also their employer.
If you've been injured in an accident, remember, one call, that's all.
Welcome back with Scotty Ray and Candace. Who was that said they had an issue at the dentist?
Well, first let me say we are very thankful for the dentist. So glad that y'all can fix our teeth. So just want to put that out there.
You don't want to make your dentist mad is what you're trying to do here.
No, we are thankful for them and great, to have them and all. But Amy Turner Barrett said that she was as a teenager, she went to the dentist and the drill slipped and went in her upper lip.
Oof.
That would not be a good experience. That would probably turn me off for a
bad
while.
Experience is being a kid and having to look out the 3-foot building in that dentist chair. Y'all remember that guy that used to be up there? I went. It was bad. I can't remember his name, but it made me never want to go back to the 3-foot building to this day. Turned me against it. Can't help it. Did you know that Amazon is buying MGM?
No, I did not.
So there you go. That's the latest headlines there. For $8.4 billion.
Goodness. They'll own the rights to the $7 billion James Bond franchise and other classics.
Well, there you go. So Amazon, he has got some cash, just to say the least there. As we look at this, Cuomo, y'all remember him? Former governor of New York. Looks like he wants to run for political office again. He's plotting now. Do you really want him back?
I like that little headline, Handsy Andy.
That is a good one for him, isn't it? Folks are saying that they're going to cancel their Netflix subscription if they don't back off on this, sharing of the password.
Well, this is what I want to know. Like, how do they know, or how can they track that, and how do they determine if you're sharing it or if you've taken...
Where you log in, it shows every move that you make to your account. When you log in, it shows.
Well, I mean, what happens if you take your little... I mean, like if you go camping or something?
If you it shows where you're at. It's.
I know, but it's your same account. If you go camping and you log in somewhere else,
I'm telling you,
you know
it's
what I'm saying,
smart.
and you on your TV, you want
to. Okay, we'll be back later with all the weather details that happened. Yeah. We'll be here throughout the day to keep you informed.
Y'all stay safe today.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by our following partners: